Oh, snap! Woo! Got me something to click on now.
Hey YouTube, so this video is just about connecting your Tascam Model 16 to your computer and using it as an audio interface. And this is a standalone unit. It's multi-track recorder, audio interface, live mixer, and DAW controller to some degree. And so I've purchased this to replace my Focusrite Scarlett 4i4 because I wanted more inputs and I wanted to be able to leave my stuff plugged in and have greater control over what I had plugged into it. So anyways, I have this hooked up right now as a USB interface. And so to get started, you use a 4-pin USB B type that plugs directly into the back of the Tascam unit and then plugs into your computer. The manual recommends that you do not plug it in to a USB hub. So I have it plugged directly into the computer. So I'm going to go here to System Preferences, and the Mac OS, I have the latest Mac OS, which is Catalina, and it automatically recognized Tascam. But there is a driver that you can download just to be sure, and I've actually downloaded it here. I'll show you, before I open up this system, I'll show you. This is the Tascam driver, I should say. This is what actually shows you which the firmware version you have, and it shows the device model and the sample rate. But I went ahead and installed it, but you don't have to, because when I plugged this in, I had plugged it in before I actually downloaded the driver, and the computer automatically recognized it. So here I am in System Preferences, and what I do is I click on Sound, and you can see Model 16 here is an output, and I have it selected for my input. And that's to ensure that this device, this Tascam Model 16, is being used as your audio interface. But why do I want to use it that? Well, for playback for sure, and be able to control the volume on my computers, but namely as a musician for recording. So I've opened up Logic Pro here, and I have a track loaded in here, and I'm going to go ahead and push play. Oh, hold on, before I do that, I want to show you. Okay, in Logic Pro, you go up here, click on System Preferences, Audio, and this will show you right away. See, my output device is Model 16, input device is Model 16. If it doesn't say that, then you're not connected as an interface. And see if I don't have anything else. I used to have my Scarlett interface, Scarlett 4i4 Focusrite in there, and it would show that on both of those. So anyways, you want to be sure that says Model 16 or whatever Tascam model you have. The Model 24 and the Model 12 will be the same. But it's just a simple matter of plugging this into the back of your computer. So now I have it plugged in, and I'm going to push play. And I'm going to turn these faders up. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's registering right here. And so this is now my audio interface. But what's more is, okay, I got a track here. I'm going to delete this track, and I'm going to show you actually how I did this. So I have my headrush pedal board plugged into it, and it's through these two leads right here. And it's in leads 5 and 6. So I'm going to create a new track. So I'm going to push plus, guitar, bass, and see, I have here input 5 and 6. That corresponds to this. Now, on the Tascam itself, I have those tracks muted, the faders turned down, and the gain knobs turned down. However, because this is an interface, it's going to come through channels 1 and 2, because that is your interface channels. And you have to have the selector switch switched to PC. And on this one, on the guitar part, I have it switched to live. And I'm going to plug a guitar into it, and I'm going to show you that it's actually connected as a USB interface. So I'm going to plug my guitar in. Okay. So I'm going to turn this volume up. And there I am. My inputs are coming in through 5 and 6. That's the channels I have selected there. You can see it right here, 5 and 6. But my sound is coming through 1 and 2. See? So, with that, we have it connected as an interface. I don't even know if this guitar's in tune. So I'm going to push play. So you see it's connected as an interface. Okay, so big deal. Well, I can record this way too, so I'll push record. I just threw some little improv over it. So I've recorded that way. Now I'm going to turn my guitar down, and I'm going to turn the headrush down, and now I'm going to do the playback. And there you have it. So my Tascam Model 16 is connected to my computer as an interface. It's the Tascam is not connected to an interface. It is the interface, and that's how this device is designed. It is used as a multi-track recorder. Turn the computer off, and you can record into it 16 tracks. And I have drums connected to it. I have my headrush pedal board connected to it. I have my mic set up where I can connect it into it, play bass through it, what have you. Then it is also, you can do live mixes for a live performance and use this as a mixing board. Or you can use it how I'm using it now as an audio interface for your computer and for audio playback as well as recording. So I haven't recorded onto the board at all just now. Everything was recorded into my DAW, which is Logic Pro 10, via this Tascam Model 16 interface. So there you have it. It's as simple as that. Plug it in. Now I'm using Mac OS Catalina. I don't know about PC. I'm sure it's very similar. When I was on the Tascam website, I saw the drivers for Windows operating systems and things like that. But I did download the driver for Mac. But when I connected this to my Mac, it immediately recognized it anyways. If you have the latest Mac OS, which is Catalina, it will recognize it. But you just want to verify in your system preferences on sound that this is your input and output device for your sound, and then you can double check yourself in Logic Pro by going to Preferences, clicking on Audio, and making sure Model 16, I didn't type that in, it automatically recognized it, but that Model 16 is recognized as your audio interface. And it's that simple, and you can get straight to work. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it, and I'm going to get to jamming. Alright, peace out.